Hello and welcome back, my beautiful rays of golden sunshine. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Today I'm going to be doing a pick a card reading, and there will be 6 piles. Please pick the pile that resonates the most with you, and we will find out how you are sabotaging your relationships. This is all about you. So at the beginning of each pile, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of talk about you, any messages that Spirit is sending through. But each pile will start off talking about you, your sign. And if the sign doesn't resonate, sometimes the signs come through because of the energies. So maybe you're not an air sign, but you're very analytical. You think things through before you speak. So that might be why the air sign is coming through. Also, when you pick a pile, if the person I'm talking about at first does not sound like you, that's okay. Log off and choose a different pile, okay? Because that may not be the message for you, all right? Because I am going to start off with messages that Spirit is guiding me towards so that we can make sure you pick the proper pile for the message that was designed to resonate for you the best, okay? And we're going to go ahead and get started, and I'm starting with you, pile number 1. Okay, now, for those of you who picked pile number 1, I am getting air signs coming through. Air signs are Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. These are people who are analytical, who are smart, who are intuitive, who think before they act, think before they speak. And I'm also getting water signs coming through, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio type of energy. These are people who are very nurturing, kind, caring, compassionate type of individuals. Okay, I am also seeing those of you who picked this pile, and if this does not resonate with you, if this doesn't sound like your story, log off, choose a different pile, okay? But I am seeing there is some discord with a mother or father figure. It is the opposite energy. So what I mean by this is you can be masculine, you can be male and have a feminine energy. You can be female and have a masculine energy. Okay, so gender doesn't really play a role in the energy here. But what I'm feeling here is that there was discord between a male and an opposite. So the male energy and the feminine energy are discord, like there's major discord. So you could be a daughter having problems with a mother if you're more masculine energy and she's more feminine, or you could be a daughter having problems with your father if you're feminine, he's masculine, vice versa if you are a male having issues with your mother. Anyway, there is a discord in your childhood with an authority figure. It doesn't even have to be a parent, could be an aunt, an uncle, grandmother, grandfather, but there is this opposing energy between two different male, female types of energy, feminine, masculine. I'm also seeing that you're having a difficult time letting go of someone of your past. There are some attachment issues, some fear of abandonment with an ex, truly releasing them all the way. Somebody you still think about a lot, and you haven't really had that heart-to-heart conversation like about moving on, or you've tried to have that heart-to-heart conversation with yourself and you're just really having a hard time getting over them, separating yourself and moving forward. I am also seeing that you are somebody who is very intuitive, very smart, someone who is awakening. You are very spiritual, very magical. You are someone who can manifest. If you want something, so be it. You are starting this new journey. You're opening up doors and pathways for yourself. Manifestation is huge for you. I see that you are someone who is very creative, someone who, what I'm seeing, I don't know if this is you, could be a partner, could be even a sibling, friend. I'm seeing a brunette female who's Caucasian. She's petite in stature, and she's holding this cup. I don't know if it's coffee or tea, but she's holding this cup that's just like, she's dainty. She's so cute. And she's just holding this cup that almost looks as big as her face. And she's just like sipping her drink on her laptop at like a coffee shop. So I don't know if coffee or tea is important to you. I don't know. Like I said, you could definitely be a male watching this and you're like, you know, this is a female friend, or maybe this is your ex that you're having a hard time getting over, vice versa. Definitely could be yourself, but I'm just seeing this female energy coming through with this big old cup and this little tiny body, and the cup looks bigger than her almost. It's super cute. I am also seeing positivity and mindset are important because you are able to manifest your own reality, and that is so important, making sure you're putting out those positive vibes and positivity all of the time, no matter the hurt you've had of the past. Okay. All right. And so if you're still watching this and this sounds like it's you, welcome to your reading. We're going to go ahead and turn to the tarot now and find out what is happening. How are your relationships getting sabotaged? Is it, you know, what's going on here? What does the universe want you to know in dealing with your relationships? Okay. I have here the Five of Flames, which is the Five of Wands. I have the Four of Wands here, and I have the Four of Chalices in reverse. And this is the Four of Cups. I'm going to turn it upright so you can see. And now I'm going to talk about each of these cards individually, okay? So starting off here with the Five of Flames, or the Five of Wands, I get a sense here that you have been hurt in the past. I feel like there is a lot of inner child wounds you're healing from your childhood. I feel like there has been a lot of setbacks. And I feel like you here with the Four of Wands, you believe in guided love. Whether that's you believe in soulmates, you believe in twin flames, you believe in a spiritual connection with someone. Kind of almost like a hopeless romantic type of vibe. But then here with the Four of Chalices, I have this in reverse. And here you see this girl wishing upon this star. She has these 3 cups behind her, and then there's a dolphin bringing her a 4th cup. She's not even looking at her cups. She's wishing on a star for something that's not even there. So I feel like what is sabotaging you in your relationship, based on the tarot cards that I had pulled for you, is that I feel like love is something very magical for you, and you have this specific idea in mind of what love is. And I feel like the right one hasn't come along yet. I feel like you have this, you get very attached to people, and there's all of this childhood trauma that you're healing from, that inner child wounds. And I feel like you want this magical love to come in, and you're not seeing the love that is in front of you because you are still trying to release the past. Okay? And love is a beautiful thing, and you should never settle for less than you deserve. Ever. Okay? So, with having this Four of Chalices, if somebody isn't coming in and they're not meeting your needs, if they're not able to give you what you desire, you don't have to settle for anything less than you deserve, okay? But at the same time, if somebody does come in with a good offer and they are able to give you the things you deserve, make sure you're seeing them for their worth and what they can do for you, okay? Because you are manifesting someone amazing. And then I have here Fairy Dust Oracle. And this is just something, little cute fairy thing. So if you want to go ahead and log off, you can, because the reason you're sabotaging your relationships is because you're still healing from inner child wounds from childhood, pain from previous relationships. And because of your experiences in life from your childhood and from your previous relationships, it's kind of skewed what you value and love and what you think you deserve. And that is why you're sabotaging your relationships right there. But you are worthy of love. Something beautiful is coming in because you are manifesting it. Okay, you are awakening, you are manifesting it. So have faith, have hope. Okay, it is coming for you. And your fairy oracle, it says, rain, rain comes today. Let all of your troubles wash away. Okay, so everything that from the past, you are rejuvenating, you are letting it go, it's washing over you. And when you're doing if you are someone who does manifestation rituals, or even if you're not someone who would like to try it, when you're visualizing and manifesting this love that you want and you know that you deserve, when you go to do that, I would suggest, because rain came up, just imagine yourself, imagine it like you standing out in the middle of the mountains, in the middle of the forest, you know, surrounded by these beautiful fairies, and rain just washing over you, bringing all of this love into yourself, because you're healing from those inner child, from all of those previous relationships. Just the rain washing all of that away. Just imagine the feeling, and imagine all of that just going away, releasing all of your ex relationships, all of the toxicity that came with them, all of the great times. You want to remember the things you want in a new person. And just as you're visualizing this, smell the rain, feel the rain, completely use all of your senses, sight, smell, sound, encompass all of it, and just manifest this person. Talk about the things you want and love. You know, these things had happened in the past. It's washing away. It's gone. Tomorrow's a new day. And as you work through the past into the present, and then go into the future, and just continue to let that rain wash away. And as you start thinking about the future, think about the future person that you're wanting. What do you want them to bring to the table? Now, nobody is perfect. This person coming in is not going to be perfect. So sit down and think of, you know, have a self-talk moment, have that heart-to-heart conversation with yourself. What is it truly that you want in a significant other? What are things you cannot live without that you must have? And just visualize that as you, and think that, and if you need to, say it out loud as you're visualizing this whole scenario, okay? And that is all I have for you. Those of you who picked pile number 1, please let me know how the message resonates with you, and like, comment, subscribe, and share. Sending you all of the light, all of the love, all of the beautiful rejuvenating rain as it falls. Love you all. Hello, and welcome to those of you who picked pile number 2. You had the screwball pile. So I'm going to kind of talk a little bit about you, any messages that Spirit is sending to me, and that way you can decide if this message is for you or not. If the message isn't resonating with who you are as a person, then please feel free to log off and choose a different pile, okay? That way you get the message that was meant for you. All right. First of all, I'm seeing earth signs coming through. That is Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. This type of energy is someone who likes the finer things in life, very materialistic, but also at the same time is grounded and down to earth. I'm also seeing water signs coming through. That's Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. And this type of energy can come through because someone's kind, nurturing, compassionate, very sweet and tender, okay? I'm also seeing that there is a commitment. The reason you haven't found your soulmate yet, the person you're meant to be with, is because either you or them is already in a committed relationship, whether that be an engagement, marriage, a long-term significant other, boyfriend, girlfriend, partner, what have you. But there's a commitment. I'm also seeing that you have been misguided from your path to meet your soulmate because of a choice involving a gentleman with money, financial standing. whatever that means to you, whether this is a boss, maybe there was an affair, third party situation. But I'm seeing that you were misguided because of a man with money. Doesn't even have to be another lover, doesn't have to be anything of that nature. Maybe you took a job, maybe you work for a company and your boss is male and they offered you more money. And you took that opportunity and maybe you had to leave something behind. Very well could be that. But I'm seeing that you were kind of guided off the path to meet your soulmate because of a man with financial standing, okay? I'm also seeing a mother sitting and reading to two children. Very well could be you, could be your mother, and doesn't necessarily have to be that you could be in a family with 4 children, but I'm seeing 2 children on her lap. They look about the same age, somewhere around 8, 9-ish, give or take, of course. And I'm also seeing authority figure. So I feel like you are a person who is very big on following rules. These are the expectations. These are the boundaries, communicating your needs and desires with others. I also feel like you are someone who does tend to sacrifice. You love hard. Like when you're in love with somebody, you are someone who is very giving. You have a high expectation, but you give a lot as well in the relationship. You have no problem, whatever you take, you give back even more, is what I'm seeing, okay? So if you're still watching this and the message is resonating with you, we're going to kind of go ahead and get into your tarot and see what is causing blockages, what is causing self-sabotage in your relationships, what is going on here, okay? I have here reason, and this is similar to the Emperor card in the traditional tarot deck. I have here the 7 of Chalices, which is the 7 of Cups, and it's in reverse as well. And I'm going to get into the meaning of all of these as well. And then I have Transition, which is in reverse as well. So the reason that there is sabotage going on here is I feel as though you are someone who is able to manifest things. There were people in pile number 1, they have the same thing. I feel like you can manifest things, and sometimes when you're manifesting, you can manifest more than one thing at the same time. So maybe you're manifesting abundance, and then opportunities are coming in, and you're wanting love, but you're manifesting your abundance and love at the same time. The universe is sending you choices, okay? And I feel like you have had so many choices to make, and it's not just in the area of love, because with this Emperor, it's encompassing everything. So this is your money, your relationships, it's absolutely everything. So I feel like you have been given so many choices with the 7 of Cups in reverse that it has made it difficult for you to choose and prioritize which one is the most important at this time, okay? Because sometimes the choice that is best for us now isn't the choice that's best for us long term. So maybe you are someone who went with a job opportunity when presented from your company, or your boss gave you a promotion and you had to move, and you made the choice to take that, but then in doing so, you weren't able to meet your soulmate that you were meant to meet. You kind of guided off your soul path, and you weren't able to transition into this love that has been guided to you from the universe. Or if you were in a third party situation, maybe this affair, there was a significant other who kind of distracted you from your goals, from your manifestations as well. Take it as that message resonates with you. It is a general reading, so there are couple different scenarios coming through with that. But whichever the situation, that's how you're getting sabotaged, is there's too many choices, too many opportunities, too much for you to be able to see which one is the best option. And I feel as though there is a lot of love here, and you've made a lot of sacrifices in your life, and you're trying to manifest this, and it is a beautiful thing, and you have a very beautiful spirit, and you're working very hard, and I can feel that. And I feel, even though the cards didn't have it, I'm feeling like a 7 of Pentacles type of energy where you reap what you sow. So you're giving all this self-love, you're giving all of this working hard, and it's all going to come back to you. It's just getting on the right path. And how do you do that? I pulled a fairy dust oracle card as well, and it says support. There is always help around. When you ask, it can be found. So I feel like by taking a step back, and depending on what you believe spiritually, maybe either praying, meditating, looking inside yourself, asking God or your angel guides, your spirit guides, your ancestors, whatever you believe, asking for support and guidance before making a decision or a choice, making sure that it's the right one for you. You know, listing your pros, listing your cons, evaluating all of the adjacent possibilities. Just because you see this doesn't mean there aren't other opportunities available, okay? And just kind of having that reasoning and thinking about the best choice possible for you at that time, okay? And thank you for watching. Please let me know how this message resonates with you. Sending you all the light, love, and happiness. Thank you. Hello, and welcome to those of you who picked pile number 3. I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit about you, your signs, messages that are coming through. If you feel like the message is resonating with you, continue to watch as I pull the tarot and see how you are sabotaging your relationships. What is going on here? And if the message doesn't resonate as I'm talking about you as a person, it's cool. Go ahead and pick one of the different piles, okay, that I have. Maybe this wasn't the pile for you. All right, so a little bit about those of you who chose pile number 3. I am getting strong, very strong Aquarius coming through. Could be any of the air signs, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, but Aquarius is the one coming through the strongest, most predominantly. Air signs come through because someone is calculating, smart, intuitive, thinks before they act, before they speak. I'm also seeing fire signs, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries coming through. These are your go-getters, your passionate people, very creative, driven individuals. I'm also seeing that those of you who picked this pile, you're an empath. You tend to in relationships, you tend to pick people who are more narcissistic because you are so empathic. You're kind of drawn to them, which isn't always the healthiest choice for you. And I feel like you know this happens, but you can't stop yourself at the same time because of your abilities and the way you are an empath. And I feel like it's almost like this glutton for punishment type of thing. And I feel like you probably get a little bit down on yourself. Like, why do I keep doing this? Like self-injurious behavior. I know I'm picking people who are toxic for me, but I can't help it. It's because you're drawn to them. They're drawn to you because of your beautiful energy that you have here. And I do feel like you are awakened to that. I feel like you are on the right path. I feel like the door to romance is open for you. I am seeing a wedding, marriage, commitment. However, for some of you, I don't know if this is the past, like you've been married before, you're going through a divorce, you'll be remarried. I don't know if this is you've never been married before and this is what's to come, but I do see marriage. I also see a farm. I see horses on a farm. So I don't know if you grew up on a farm. I do not know if you rode horses, if you went horseback riding, but I am seeing like an open field that kind of looks like a farm maybe, and I'm seeing horses. Yeah, okay, let's keep going. keep shuffling the tarot. Sorry, I got distracted from the messages. But yes, you are being guided. The relationships that you are going through, no matter how difficult they may have been, whether you've had multiple relationships with people who are narcissistic or it was one relationship that was very draining for you, I do feel like it was meant to happen. You are on the path that spirits want you to be on, the universe wants you to be on, okay? So continue forward, no matter how hard that may be for you, no matter how difficult some of these people may be to deal with. Continue on, okay? All right, now, let's take a look at the tarot and see if you're still watching this. That means the message is resonating, and I'm going to go ahead and dive into the tarot and see how you're self-sabotaging your relationships, what's going on with the relationships, how can we fix this, okay? I have here the Apt of Orbs. I feel like with this, you see the gentleman, he's manifesting, there's a knight on his horse. Oh, the Apt of Orbs is actually the Knight of Swords. So with this, I feel like you are manifesting and thinking about love. I feel like you know what you deserve, you know what you want, but at the same time, people are attracted to your light almost. It's like, you know how you have those, you are the light outside and all those bugs come towards your light and get zapped. You are the light, and sometimes you get people that are attracted to your light that don't deserve you, and no matter how bad they are for you, they're just attracted to that light that you give off. You are like this beautiful light tower that emits all this beautiful radiant light, and people are attracted to that, and sometimes it's not the best people. And I feel like you want to manifest this love that you deserve because love is so important to you. And I feel like there have been times, I have the Two of Chalices, which is the Two of Cups, it's in reverse. I feel like you have been so hurt from love in the past that you feel like you don't know if it's going to happen for you or not, because there have been times where you're like, this is it, this is the one, I'm so hopeful, this is going so well, and then they switch and that narcissistic person comes out. Because people who are narcissistic, they don't show you that face at first. They do not. They're very charming and charismatic and very exciting. And they draw you in, and you think, wow, this is so special. This person's so different than anyone I met. And I feel like because of that has made you feel like, because they've changed that face, that's the face that they show everyone. And then as time goes on, the mask starts to wear off and you see them for who they really are. And I feel like because of that, it has kind of made you feel like a little bit of hopeless in love. Like, I don't know if love is really going to happen. And it's kind of caused you here with the reflection, this is the Hermit card in this deck, to kind of steal away and go intrinsic. Some of you may physically have withdrawn from people altogether, but it necessarily doesn't have to be that. The Hermit card can be a physical withdrawal from, loved ones and things like that. But it could also be just internally going inside your mind, reevaluating life, your purposes, manifesting someone even better at the same time. So what is sabotaging you is that you are this beautiful ray of light and people are attracted to you, and you're going to attract bugs. You're going to attract people who are not worthy of your light, who don't deserve to even be in your vicinity. And it's just being able to choose the right ones and doing that internal reflection and realizing what you deserve. And I have here the Fairy Dust Oracle that I pulled out as well. And yours says, wishing well. To make some wish magic, cast the spell, throw pennies into a wishing well. And so I feel like for you, the way that you can kind of overcome this self-sabotaging behavior, which really isn't self-sabotaging, people are attracted to you, and you see the good in people and that empath, and you want to help others, and you see their vulnerability and you see their scars, and you want to heal them. You want to be the Band-Aid that goes over the wound. You want to be the stitch that sews together and fixes things, because you're that beautiful spirit, that beautiful light. And the sad thing is you can't fix everybody. Maybe you are that Band-Aid, but what that person really needs is a stitch because the gap is too big. The gap in their heart and in their soul might be too big for you to heal as being one person. You may not be meant to heal them. And so don't ever give too much of yourself when somebody's not giving back to you, okay? And continue to wish well and continue to put that love back into yourself and manifest. Because with this wishing well, cast a spell and wish well onto yourself. Make sure you're pouring that self-love into yourself, because even though you're an empath, healing yourself is important as well, not just healing others, okay? I feel like that's the message Spirit wants you to know moving forward, is that pour that love into yourself. Wish good things for you. You are a manifester. You are doing well. But your light is going to attract some of the bugs, okay? And don't give too much of yourself to them, because there's someone who is going to be your equal, someone who is going to come, and they are going to be the yin to your yang, or the yang to your yin, vice versa, whichever way I didn't say. They're going to be that other half to you, okay? And it is coming, but part of your path is getting through all those bugs. You're going to have to hit some bugs before you find the queen bee, the king bee. Regardless, it's queen bee. But anyhow, you know what I mean. You're going to find that person that you deserve, okay? Sending you all the light and love. Best wishes. Hello, and welcome to those of you who picked pile number 4. You had the ick group. So a little bit of, I'm going to start off by talking a little bit about you. If the message, parts may resonate, parts may not resonate, because it's a general reading. But if you're finding nothing is resonating with who you are and what I'm speaking of, this may not be a pile for you. So just go ahead and log off, choose a different pile. That way you ensure that you get the message you are meant to hear from Spirit regarding why you're self-sabotaging your relationships, okay? And what's going on and how to kind of heal from that. All right. Starting off, I am seeing strong air coming through, especially Libra. Balancing. So could be Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, any one of those signs, especially Libra though, because of balancing. But your air signs are people who are analytical, weighing out choices, think before they speak, think before they act. Libra's coming through because I'm seeing a balancing going on, trying to balance things in life. I'm also seeing water signs, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer coming through. Your water signs come through because you could be somebody who's kind, compassionate, caring. Yeah. All right. I'm also seeing Sagittarius coming through. I feel as though you are someone who has phobias. So like phobias that affect your life, whether it's fear of, maybe you have a fear of abandonment. Maybe you have attachment issues. Maybe you have social anxiety, and you're very fearful of certain things. There is a phobia that affects your life, whatever that phobia is. I'm also seeing that you are healing from a lot of inner child wounds from childhood, trying to heal family issues. You are someone who deserves love. I feel as though you are someone who is very creative in the arts, either a writer, poet, musically gifted, something along those lines. Maybe you like journaling, maybe you're a photographer. Creative outlets are important to you, whatever your creative outlet is. Doesn't necessarily have to be the job that you do, but your creative outlooks, theater, whatever it is important to you. I feel as though your heart chakra is blocked because of the pain you've dealt with in the past. All right. I feel as though you are someone who, because of your inner child wounds, the things that have happened from the past when you were a child has kind of caused you to mask your emotions, mask your feelings. I don't feel like you're completely honest. I feel like you are very guarded. Your walls are built very high. It's hard for people to kind of get in and see the real you because of the things that you have been through, the relationships you've had with people you've cared about in the past, whether it be with other family members, with significant others, that type of thing. I do feel like you are someone who has, and don't take this the wrong way, we all do it, okay? But I do feel like you are someone who kind of gets a little obsessive at times, and maybe that's your phobia, is because you have, you know, this fear of abandonment or attachment. You tend to stalk people on their like social media profile. You're thinking about someone, you want to see how they're doing. We all do it. We go on their profile, check it out, see, you know, are they in a relationship? How are things going? That type of thing. But I do see that you obsess over people and that you may be checking their social media or messaging them, that type of thing. Let's go ahead. If you are still watching this, that means the message is resonating with you. And we're going to go ahead and move into the tarot and find out what is going on with your relationships. How are you self-sabotaging them? What is happening? So we're starting off here with the Apt of Crystals. And this is the Knight of Pentacles in the traditional tarot deck. So I feel like you are someone who goes after, you have no problem going after things that you desire. You want to make money, you're going to get a good job. You want to make more money, you're going to get a better job. You're going to work up through the company. You have no problem reaping what you sow. You'll put energy out to get it back. This is in reverse. I'm going to turn it upright so we can read it though, but it's the Seeker of Chalices. And it is in reverse here. And then I also have here the Ace of Chalices. So I feel like with the Seeker of Chalices in reverse, I feel like you reap what you sow. You put things into the universe, it comes back to you. But I feel like in love, with this being in reverse, I feel like you are not giving enough because that heart chakra is blocked. I feel like you're not giving yourself love. I feel like you're having a hard time healing from the family issues. And I feel like that's causing a blockage with the people that you're having relationships with, because it's self-sabotaging it because you are so guarded and you're not letting people in all the way. And I feel like even though you do that and your guard is high, you really desire a new beginning in love. Like you really want this. I mean, look at that cup. It's like overflowing with all this love and emotions. And that's what you want. You want to have that, but it's just getting from point A to point B and being able to lower that guard and know that you're still safe, and that this person isn't going to hurt you like that has happened in the past. All right. And then I have this fairy dust oracle, and I shuffled that as well. And it says, the green fairy, a cheeky green fairy on your behalf is appearing here to make you laugh. So I feel like with this, the way you can stop from self-sabotaging and moving forward and having this beautiful new beginning in love that you so desire and you deserve love, okay? You are lovable. No matter what has happened in your past, no matter what people have told you, you deserve love, okay? You are a very lovable person. And I feel like with this green fairy, it's reminding you not to take things so seriously, okay? When people say things, people sometimes say things that they don't mean, okay? So if that is something that happens, don't always put full faith that somebody is saying exactly what they mean, because they're not always. And learn to laugh it off. Don't take things so seriously. Just enjoy your time with people. Let them see you for who you are. Lower that guard. The people who love you are going to continue to move forward with you. The people who don't, you're going to get rid of them. But just letting your guard down, opening yourself up, letting people see that fun side and not just the serious side, okay? And that is all I have for you. Those of you who picked pile number 4, please like, comment, subscribe, share. Let me know how the message resonates with you. And I'm sending you all the light and love. Hello and welcome to those of you who picked pile number 5, the pyramid pile. So we're going to start off by talking a little bit about you and what's going on in your life, any messages that Spirit feels guided to have me send you. And if the message continues to resonate, we'll take a look at the tarot and see what they say is sabotaging your relationships, okay? So starting off, I'm seeing very strong Aquarius coming through. Could be any of the air signs, could be Libra or Gemini. Somebody who thinks before they act, thinks before they speak, someone who's very analytical. I'm also seeing Cancer coming through, compassionate, kind, sweet, type of energy. And I'm seeing earth signs coming through. There's a plethora. Earth signs are Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. These are people who are materialistic, grounded, down to earth, enjoy working hard for the finer things in life. Okay. So, if those of you who picked this pile, I'm starting off with saying this, because if this is not your situation, log off and choose a different pile, okay? I'm seeing an unrequited love. So I feel like you're hoping for reconciliation or trying for reconciliation. There's a past lover that you haven't fully gotten over. I'm seeing Greek Roman heritage coming through, very strong feelings for this past lover. I feel like you don't necessarily know everything they've been going through. I feel like you want this person to come back around. You want to reconcile with them. But at the same time, you're worried that all of the pain of the past, you don't know if it could be kind of healed or mended. You're afraid that it might become too serious and you won't have that playfulness that you've had before. I'm also seeing that this relationship is affecting your dating life now, and letting down your guard and having the strength to find another partner. But I also feel like at the same time, you and this person are almost this reconciliation person that you're wanting to come back through. I feel like there's little to no contact with them. Some of you may be in separation with them. They may not, whether it's emotional separation, physical separation, distance. Maybe they're not messaging you as much. Maybe they're not talking to you at all. Maybe you're going no contact. Yeah, that's the message that I'm kind of getting through here with, that's coming through the spirits. As for your tarot cards, I have the Master of Flames, which is the King of Wands coming through. So this can be fire signs, which are Aries, Leo, Sagittarius coming through. Somebody who is very charismatic, very passionate, driven individual. Let me get a clarifier. Please clarify the Master of Flames. I didn't do these for any of the other piles. Okay. So I'm seeing this person, this Master of Flames, is the person that you want to reconcile with. Doesn't mean that your person has to be a fire sign by all means. That's because this is your passion. This is where your heart is. That's why they're coming through as the Master of Flames. They very well could have fire in their chart. But because you're feeling so passionately about this person, they're coming up as this King of Flames. They're coming as someone who's charismatic, desirable. There's a lot of sexual chemistry between the two of you. And I pulled up the Two of Flames card here, which in this deck, you can tell it looks like the twin flames, the 1111 here. But the Two of Flames is the Two of Wands. So there is immense passion, desire here for this person, wanting to choose this King of Flames over and over again. I have the Four of Crystals in reverse. I'm going to turn it upright. This is the Four of Pentacles. You see this guy surrounded by all of these crystals. They're kind of trapping him. You're letting go. You have this desire to let go of this person, to want to move on, to not be trapped in this unrequited love, because I feel like you know this is not healthy. You can feel like you're like, I need to move on. I know I need to. I feel, though, so strongly connected to this person. There's this, you don't understand how it can be so unrequited. You don't understand how, I feel like it's unbalanced here. Maybe that's why the air signs are coming through, because of that Libra energy. You feel like you're giving so much and they're not. It almost makes you feel like this is an unrequited love, but at the same time, I feel like the feelings that are coming through and the emotions are not coinciding here, because I feel like you know one thing but you feel another. So you like this unrequited love and it's back and forth, but then it's like, no, but I feel this isn't, I'm not imagining it, this is really happening. And I feel like you're coming out of that entrapment and you're trying to let this person go, because it's a huge burden. This love is very burdensome with this 10 of flames. This is the 10 of wands. You see this person carrying all of these wands up these steps, and you're trying to release this burden of your heart, because giving this love to this person, even though you desire them so much and you want this reconciliation with them, you know it's not healthy and it's just a burden. This love is burdensome. It's affecting your love life now because nobody else coming through is able to match this person in your mind. They can't. They can't hold a candle to his flame or her flame. Just because this person comes up as a King of Wands doesn't mean that it could be a female. It could be a Queen of Wands energy, a Queen of Flames energy. But that's just how they're coming up because there's so much desire and passion here. So this person of your past, this unrequited love, is what is affecting your relationship and is causing self-sabotaging behaviors. And I pulled from the Fairy Dust Oracle here, and it says gratitude. Everything will be all right. Fairies dance in your delight. So everything is going to work out. Maybe just sing a little, dance a little, let off some steam, do some self-healing work. And then for whatever reason, I pulled more cards for you than I did the other piles. I clarified the King of Wands here, and then the Fairy Dust Oracles for all the other groups so far have pulled out one. You got two. It says, lead the way. Take the reins today. Others will follow if you lead the way. So if this person is who you desire and there is no one else, okay, and you're in separation, you're in no contact, you feel like this person may be your twin flame, if that is the situation and you're like going through the separation and somebody's running, somebody's catching, the message here is to heal yourself in this time apart. Do the no contact, don't talk to them, build your empire, put all that self-love back into yourself, lead the way, and this person will come back to you. You want that reconciliation, they will come back around, because as you're pouring that love, even if it's self-love, you put it out into the universe, it comes back to you. So pour it into yourself. Other people are going to find you desirable, and you're leading the path for other people to realize how lovable you are because you're loving yourself, and that's going to send out all of this love to come back to you. Okay? So the universe is sending you who you deserve. They're sending your ideal partner, whether it's this person that you really truly want to reconcile with, or it's someone even better that you don't even realize exists yet. But you lead the way. All of that self-love, pour it into yourself, let it go out into the universe and come back. Other people are going to see it. They're going to be attracted to your light, and they are going to flock to you. Okay? And that is all I have for you, pile number 5. Please like, comment, subscribe, share away. Sending you all the light and love. Hello and welcome to those of you who picked pile number 6. You had the square pillar pile. That's a mouthful. So I'm going to start off by talking a little bit about you and the things you're going through. This is a general reading, so parts may resonate, other parts may not. But if you're finding nothing is resonating with you, this may not be the message for you. Log off and choose a different pile, okay? But if you continue through the tarot and the message is resonating, I will give you the message of how you're self-sabotaging your relationships. Okay, so starting off, I'm seeing that your love life has caused you to have to do a lot of healing. You have felt left out in the cold, persecuted, a lot of negative feelings surrounding this. I feel like you are being honest and open with yourself and what you want in love, but I do feel like your sacral chakra is out of alignment. So either your creativity is blocked, or your sex drive is low, infertility. There are different reasons for your sacral chakra to be misaligned, but I do feel like that is something that is going on right now. I feel like your finances and career are affecting your love life. This could be affecting you for different reasons. Very well, maybe you work a lot, so you don't have time to date or meet people or provide for your partner the way that you feel like you should or you'd be able to. Or possibly even maybe you lost a job, you had some financial setbacks, so you can't necessarily go out and spend the money to date at the same time. I'm seeing that there is someone from your past that you hope and would love to reconcile with. I'm also seeing that you don't always see the value in yourself. I feel like self-love is an issue. I feel like you are someone who tries to portray, you don't want people to know you're hurting, okay? You are a great person. You are very kind and considerate. And so I feel like in that, you put on a mask because you don't want people to worry about you. You don't want them to be concerned for you. So you almost put on a mask, not as a manipulation tactic or anything of that nature. It's simply because you want people to see the good, okay? And I think there are times where you don't put enough self-love into yourself and you don't really value your worth at times. Not that you do it intentionally. I think you just give so much to others that sometimes you forget to give to yourself, okay? I'm also seeing air signs coming through: Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. These are analytical people. These are people who think before they speak, think before they act. I'm also seeing fire signs coming through: passionate, driven, charismatic people, your go-getters, that type of energy. So if you are still continuing to watch and you're finding that this message is resonating with you and it does sound like you're reading, I'm going to go ahead and turn to the tarot that I have shuffled and that came through, and we'll kind of discuss self-sabotaging and what is going on in this in your relationships. I have here the Eight of Flames, which is the Eight of Wands. I have the Eight of Crystals, 2 8s in a row, the Three of Chalices, and the 10 of Orbs, which is the 10 of Swords. All right, so let's kind of dive into this a little bit. Having 2 8s back to back, okay, the 8 of Wands and the 8 of Crystals. I'm going to get a clarifier for both of them together. Can you clarify the 8 of Flames and the 8 of Crystals? Okay. I have here clarifying them the 10 of Flames. So what I feel like is going on here, I feel like this is all connected. So I feel like you're caught in a cycle. And I feel like that cycle it's a heart cycle. I feel like you've had this on again, off again relationship with someone that you desperately want to reconcile with, and it's kind of caught in a cycle. And it's almost an unhealthy, toxic environment because it's on again, off again, hot and cold type of thing. And this is somebody that you truly want to build with. And I feel like that with this 8 of Crystals, you see him building here. I feel like this is somebody that you truly have a lot of passion and desire for and you want to build with, but it's somebody that gives you a lot of responsibility here with the 10 of Flames, the 10 of Wands. You see them carrying all of those torches up the steps. So I feel like this is someone that you desperately want to be with, but that has caused a lot of like responsibility and love and has kind of depleted your energy. And I feel like that might be why your sacral chakra is kind of out of alignment, because of this responsibility and everything that comes with loving this person and the cycle that comes with them. I have here the 3 of Chalices. So I feel like with the 3 of Chalices, this can signify 2 different things, because this is a general reading. There are different people reading this. For some of you, this signifies a third-party situation. Okay, maybe that was the situation that you're stuck in, is there's a third-party situation going on. Or the other thing that's coming up is not necessarily another person, but it's a higher priority. So maybe someone is prioritizing work over time with you. Maybe somebody's working too much, either you or them. We had talked about that earlier in the reading, finances and career being affected. So it very well could be that maybe somebody's working too much in this relationship and not able to give the time to the other person. So it's like, you know, you love your job, you're in love with your job, it's taking up too much of your time that you can't give to the significant other, and it's causing a lot of fighting, a lot of responsibility. This Three of Chalices is causing a lot of that responsibility, whether it's because you can't devote attention to each other, you can't go out on dates, maybe it's because there is a third party situation, but it's causing this Ten of Orbs here. It's causing this rejuvenation needing to happen, releasing this, rejuvenating. There's a lot of responsibility here, just releasing it. And the Ten of Orbs is the Ten of Swords. You just need to release it and let it go. Rejuvenate yourself, heal yourself. You see this person here laying down, all of these orbs here in the background, meditating, self-healing, taking care of yourself in this time, and realizing that you don't need these burdens, you don't need these responsibilities, you don't need to be stuck in a toxic cycle. No matter how bad you want to reconcile with this person, there are abundances on their way for you. And then the other thing I pulled here is the Fairy Dust Oracle. So if you're still watching this and this message resonates with you, great. But there were only two groups that I felt a need to pull extra cards for. That was you here. And it was also group number 5. So if you feel like parts of this message resonate, maybe parts don't, maybe check out group number 5 as well, because with this Fairy Dust Oracle, the only other group I pulled 2 of these for was also group number 5. So there are some similarities between the 2 of you there. So if you're seeing that, then go ahead and check out that video as well. But I have here, lead the way. Take the reins today. Others will follow if you lead the way. Put the love back into yourself. The universe is going to see it. They're going to send you, and it's going to manifest the person who deserves you. You're leading the way for others to love you the way that you need to pour it into yourself first, though, okay? Give that unconditional love to yourself. Others are going to see it. They're going to be guided towards you. And then the other oracle I have here is rainbows. In the forest, no trees debate. Rainbows stand with love, not hate. Rainbows stand with love, not hate. So for some of you, maybe you are in this reading, maybe you're a member of, and I apologize, I know I'm going to butcher it, it's changing. Please don't be offended by my ignorance. I mean, no offense whatsoever. LGBTQ community. I'm not sure what the acronym is at this moment, and I apologize for my ignorance, but I mean, you know, disrespect at all. But for some of you, this reading may be about a relationship outside of the tradition. So, you know, loving without hating, or maybe it could even signify different races getting together. Maybe, you know, loving and not hating, not getting caught up on gender or race or different religions, anything that can cause discord or anything that can cause society to be like, hey, that's different. And different isn't always a bad thing. It is not by any means. Love, not hate. Whether you're with someone who's of a different religion, different race, ethnicity, gender, take it as it resonates with you, but pour that self-love into yourself. Pour that love into yourself because you deserve it. And move forward, and the universe is going to repay you in ways that you didn't even realize existed. But it's just healing those internal wounds, okay? And that is all I have for you. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, and let me know how the message resonates. Sending you all the light and love. See ya.